These families make more than some countries. If your family net worth was over $1 billion, how would that make you feel? I am pretty sure that you would definitely feel special and blessed, but it will amaze you to know that this amount is a mere change for some renowned family in the world. These families are known to earn more than some countries' annual GDP. Who could have ever imagined that? That simply means that have almost everything at their disposition. You would definitely love to know these families and their source of wealth, won't you? If you will, I suggest that you watch this vid and subscribe to this channel for more infotainment. The American company, Mars Chocolate, owned by the Mars family, is one food company that stands out in North America. This family is undoubtedly swimming in wealth. They are the manufacturers of the renowned Orbit, Altoids and Hershey's chocolate, and also produce supplements for pets and animals. They own the famous pet food brand, Pedigree. They are one of the best producers of enriched candies and sweets in the world like Skittles, M&M, etc. In 2019, according to Forbes, a huge sum of $37 billion was realized as revenue. This company was established in 1911 and lots of the family members have been involved in the running of the business. All the financial resources of the key 6 members involved when put together amount to $96.2 billion. 2 among these 6 members, in the persons of John and Jacqueline Mars, receive the biggest equal share of the family revenue of $32.1 billion each. Both of them own 1/3 shares each of the company, while the last third is owned by the 4 daughters of Forrest Jr., who is the brother to John and Jacqueline Mars. Forrest died in 2016, leaving $8 billion revenue of the company each to his 4 daughters on annual basis. The Mars family is richer than a South Asian country known as Sri Lanka. The 2021 estimated GDP of this country is $84.5 billion. In 2019, this nation made $4.4 billion from tourism alone. The Ortega family, the richest Spanish family known worldwide by the name of their brand, Zara, is definitely one that must be recognized for the amount of revenue that they make. In 1975, Ortega and his wife Roselia Mella founded Zara. In 1985, Ortega created a parent company for Zara called Inditex and other brands like Pull and Bear. The recorded net sale for the company in 2020 was €20.4 billion, which is around $24.7 billion. Amancio Ortega owns 59.4% shares of Inditex, amounting to $87.6 billion. When Roselia Mella died, her daughter Sandra Ortega Amaria took over her mother's 4.5% shares, amounting to $8.1 billion net worth. All put together, the Ortega family have $96.4 billion. They are wealthier than the European nation Luxembourg. According to IMF, the estimated GDP of this country in 2021 is $84.1 billion. They get most of their revenue from production of metal. They announced investing $225 million in space mining in 2016. The third of these families is the Koch family. They are the proud owners of Koch Industries Inc., which is one of the biggest private companies in the United States that majorly deal in energy, technology and textile. It was founded by Fred Koch in 1940, though he is no longer alive, but the company still lives out his legacy and is now owned, headed and managed by Charles Koch and supported by the other members of the family. The establishment made revenue of $115 billion in 2019, though majority of this revenue is divided between Charles, who has 42% shares of the company, and Julia Koch, the ex-wife of late David Koch, who received a 42% share also from her late husband. David was Charles' brother. Both Charles and Julia have a net worth of $47.4 billion. This two put together amount to $96.5 billion, which is more than the annual GDP of Ethiopia. The estimated annual GDP for this African nation for the year 2021 is $94 billion, which is $2.5 billion short of the earnings of the Koch family. While the Koch family deals in energy and technology, Ethiopia deals massively in coffee exportation. 441 metric tons of coffee is produced by this country, which according to some people is about 16 America Statue of Liberty put together. Another family with a remarkable net worth is that of the one-time richest man in the world, French national Bernard Arnault. If you have ever used fashion brands like Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Marc Jacobs, Givenchy and some others, then you have indeed contributed to its massively huge revenue. Dolphine Arnault, the daughter of Bernard, is the director and executive vice president of Louis Vuitton, while Bernard's son, Antoine, is the CEO of Berluti and chairman of Laura Pauana. He also has other children who hold vital positions in the company. Bernard and his family are the owners of the biggest luxury fashion brand in the world known as Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, LVMH, company. In 2019, this company alone was worth €53.6 billion, which is equivalent to $65 billion, while Bernard has a net worth of $191.2 billion. Unfortunately, the revenue of LVMH dropped to €44.65 billion, that is $54.1 billion in 2020. This is understandable after all the coronavirus got a hold of all of us. LVMH purchased the Tiffany jewelry, which is the most expensive jewelry in the world, for $15.8 billion in January 2021. They bought it from Tiffany & Co. Investigations show that the LVMH is richer than Iraq, which is an East Asian country that deals on crude oil and has an estimated GDP of $190.7 billion for the year 2021. In 2018, Iraq made $82.1 billion for crude oil, which at least 95% of their main source of income. The wealthiest family in the world is the Walton family. Their renowned company brand, the Walmart, was founder Sam Walton in 1962. But presently they have several subsidiaries across the world, some of which are Asda in UK, and Macro in various African nations. Massive revenue of $559 billion was made by Walmart in 2020. Previously in 2019, it made $514.4 billion. This family have a nonprofit Walton Walmart Foundation and also own Harvest Bank. The Walton has control over 50% of Walmart shares. The net worth of the 7 members of the Waltons family own $237.2 billion. The daughter of Sam, Alice Walton, is the richest of them all with a net worth of $66.7 billion, even though most of her wealth is not from the family business but from art. She donated $3.7 million of her Walmart shares worth $225 million to the Walton Family Foundation. This family is wealthier than the South American country, Peru. The estimated net worth of this country for 2021 is $225.9 billion. They get their revenue from mining investment around the world worth $56 billion. Records have it that the country with the lowest GDP in the world is Polar Asian nation of Tuvalu with a GDP of $57 million. The United States has the highest GDP in the world with $22.68 trillion, followed by China having $16.42 trillion. No single individual or families have such amount. Hope you were entertained and informed by this video. Please subscribe to this channel for more videos.